Mantis bollocks. Mantis Beach. Oh, let's see. Distress beacon. I don't have anything for distress beacon though. It's fine though. I made a misplay. I opened the airlock there because if you get a fire there, you can deal with a fire like that. The Mantis cannot deal with a fire there. So essentially, if I get a fire in oxygen, it's easier to vent oxygen because oxygen is already missing on the other room, so it's faster to vent oxygen if you get a fire in oxygen. If you get a fire indoors, there is already no oxygen, so you deal with the fire. Like you have to vent, but you have to close door before the solar flare hits. Because like losing oxygen indoors, it's a problem on Mantis B. So fire on oxygen, you deal it fast. It's faster to vent because you're already missing oxygen in the other rooms. And fire indoors, it goes away faster because there is no oxygen there already, and so it's less likely that it will spread into oxygen. But you have to remember to close doors, because if you lose doors with the fire, then it's a problem because you can't really fix them. Okay, you can, but it's way more problematic. The issue where oxygen was damaged to Mantis clone couldn't repair it. Yes, but they actually called if you play properly. I didn't know back then that you called. I want to make sure there is no stores there. We are not safe yet. We have to repair that fucking shield. We don't need shields here. We got an easy fight at least. That's good. I mean, that's a blind spot, so we can do much about it, but it's fine. That's insane. Okay, that's fucking insane. Getting a crew member with this garbage ship is the best thing ever. Attempts to disrupt the enemy FTL charging. Yes, and you also take less damage with the Mantis. You're prolonging the fight a bit, so it's probably not good to do it, but hey. I gotta follow cat design. It's not necessarily good to do that. Because sure, your Mantis are taking less damage, you're delaying the FTL charge time, but they shouldn't charge the FTL anyway, and you can win the fight anyway without doing that. So it's probably a misplay, because I don't know the timing. They might fire an additional missile doing this. But it's one of those things that, I don't know, it's technically not a big deal. Do this. It's less important since we have the human, but I still like it. We got a king. There we go. The Mantis King. A human. Until they realize that it shouldn't be the case. Is the Turk remember we're buying a set of one store for this? Yes, like usually I'm okay selling a fucking boarding drone, my augmentation to get a crew member. Like getting a crew member on this ship is the most important step. It's just better, like your teleporter is your weapon. So the more crew you get, at least until you can board with 4 guys, the better. And in Mantis B particularly, it saves against the bullshit. Like, obviously losing doors oxygen is pretty bad. I mean, mostly the oxygen, but losing doors with fires can lead to losing oxygen as well. But also having to repair shields, your evasion, the drones can help a lot. So yeah, crew member is very important. Especially anything that's not a Mantis. One, two, three. Hate boarding drones. Because they're either useless or very strong. So it's annoying. That's why. Start dealing damage here, so we keep the progress on the damage even after killing them. Don't all hit here, please. If he hits here, it's 2 damage, so we lose this completely. Is Joshua level 2? Hmm. Do I remember? Okay, next one. I mean, at least we know for sure that we will get crew eventually with boarding ships. Maybe in this beacon, teleporter, blue option, easy game. Well, let's do this. It's good that we didn't breach weapons, so we can get some training. I'm not fully training here because, I mean... I guess I can take my short break now, since I can't do anything this fight. Yeah, I'll take my short break now, I'll be right back. I'm back. Nice. I mean, it was whatever. I will get time for some Minesweeper, probably, maybe. Teleporter blue option. Never lucky. I'm not doing this. Like, I will do it if I actually add a missile or bomb. Since we don't have anything yet. I mean, we can afford a small bomb. I'm going there. We can even afford crew. Fuck the quest. This store is so good. Can I buy everything? Let's get that. I was considering selling the boarding drone for hacking. Oh, also to rename. Forgot. Okay, we can take damage. I mean, it's just the humans. Kill one. They're so fast you can only see one. Not bad. One, two, three. Flambe? No. Rename, right. Fuck, I keep forgetting. Oh, fantastic. We're not even safe here. Okay, this fight is actually dangerous. So let's be ready to, well, fix stuff. Okay, I can't fix anything, so if they eye on my shields, we're fucked. We cannot run away though, in case that happens. That's fine. Obviously landed in the worst spot. And it's good for training as long as we don't lose shields, right? Just don't hit shields. Okay. Is there a strategic reason not to repair weapons? Yes, I mean multiple reasons. If you get a random fire there, you don't take the damage. If you get multiple borders here, since this room is only level 1, they can snipe the system and destroy it, dealing damage before you can react. That's mostly it. Unless we're getting the auto ships with the connected rooms, we don't have to gamble on the boarding drone landing, well, in a useful spot. We have to wait a bit for this guy as well. So it's ready for the next fight in case it's needed. Just a few seconds anyway. Shouldn't be needed outside of auto ship's fight, but never know. Okay, we can't take damage unless they have shields. Just board and kill everyone. I mean, this would have been an easy fight even with just 2 Mantis. As long as, again, they don't attack useful systems. Pretty good sector run. Okay, we targeted everyone except that one. Oh, rename. Right. There we go. Hmm. No. Like, the problem is, if I buy that now, I might miss hacking, or bypass, or a small bomb. And those 3 things are just better than an additional crew member right away. I could upgrade pilot thing. It's only 2 nebula beacons, I'm not going for it right away. Was a pretty cheap Zoltan. I mean, if I'm buying anything, I'm buying the rock. For the... I mean, it's a border, and you can find augmentations with him. So you increase your odds of getting bypass. I mean, it's very marginal, but you can still generate a lot of scrap just with its blue options. The Zoltan will be a power bar that we don't even need. And it's more green people. You don't want too many green people. No. Is this the fire station? Okay, it's spiders. Door already. I mean, if I delay, I could afford multiple things. Like, affording hacking small bomb, a small bomb bypass. Yeah, let's wait. We're gonna have to go there immediately. I mean... Okay. Even cheaper. Yeah, for that amount, I'm taking it. Like... We should be able to kill them before this fires. Game Aggle. Yeah, he succeeded. Or I succeeded. I mean, that thing is firing anyway. Let's use the drone. Just don't get sniped. You could argue that it's better to take 1 damage than use a drone part. Yeah, that using the defense drone is questionable for sure. It's actually a mistake. There is a store here as well. Like they have no med bay. We know they don't have anti-personnel drone because of this fire drone. It's a mistake. No point in using a drone part there. It's just not worth it. Convince them of their poor decision. Depending on the ship, we might actually try to convince them. No with mind control. Was I too late? I was definitely too late because I didn't vent properly. Okay, never mind. Actually, should stay here for training. Well, I mean, in a way, we convinced them that they're not pirates anymore. I think that was very convincing. I'm checking both stores. Not bad. I'll buy scanners and I already know there will be bypass. Please don't. Okay, no bypass. No small bomb as well, okay. Never punished. Outpost, okay. They have a Colombe. So what about the drone part here? It will fire once. Easy. And we dodged, and if they roll the Colombe level 2, they're repairing, I mean they're cloning, so they're firing again. So could have been 2-3 damage. Don't need repairs just yet. What do we do here? Pretty bad. Like, this is one of the spots where I kinda wouldn't mind switching to the Colombe then. Uncharted can have many auto ship fights, and with so many forced threats, it's very likely that we will get Lanius or abandoned. Game crash? It'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, we have to go Uncharted. It's just that it's bad because of auto ships. Early store. I mean, it could be a Clombe. I'm buying a Clombe in this case. Yeah. I don't like doing it, but I feel like I have to. We sell the board and run. Feels bad. I enjoy playing board and shifts with Mad Bay, but... Let's go. I have to though with this layout. It's fine. Let's enjoy the cloning. It's connected. Very good. Oh. Then back up. Guys are brutal. What? Suiciding guys to kill other ships? That's perfectly fine. Don't worry. The Federation is fine with that. Easy fight because it's double beam drone. If it was a combat drones, I would duck drones. It's very slow, but hey. Hey, Megalo Geek. We are waiting for the missile to come back now. Even if you have the defense drone, we are not completely safe against it. This is my repair and we might get value. Never mind. Too late. I don't think they can. It was literally one off. I shall play perfectly safe. I should just wait every time. Like, it's unlikely, but it's possible that this thing misses and I lose my Clombe. It's very, very unlikely, but possible. So even if we get a bad timing on the repairs of these two systems, it's fine. Let's play safe. Doing this because this is my double repair. Too early for a double repair. Yeah, it was too late. If I had respirators... Let's be if she'll be able to destroy it before it repairs again. Although the weapons don't mind killing the ship super slow. I mean, why waste the drum part if you're fine anyway, right? Like, we're perfectly safe if we do this. We don't have to use drum parts or do anything else. Like, the only thing that can deal damage is the missile, and we can get it down before it even fires, so no reason to overcommit. Like, we're racking weapons against bad fights. Like, probably this one. Ah, this one is fine. Actually, it's not. They have a bomb. Did I miscounted? That was so bad. I think I was thinking about hacking level 2. The timing was way off. You need hacking level 2 for that. Well, we almost lost 4 guys. I mean, I had to board with 2 of them. That was a big misplay. I thought the timing was fine having the rock. It was still not enough. You cannot deal 3 damage even with the... Like, I think it's 8 seconds of delay between the duration and the charge that they lose. That was bad. But we're fine now. That was a very big risk though. Should have boarded with only 2 guys. And then wait out the bombs. No, I mean at this point we're fine, but for the first one I should have boarded with 4 guys. Again, now we can just board and destroy the system before the bomb fires. I was convinced I could destroy the... like deal the 3 damage before the bomb went off, just with the hacking delay. Apparently those 8 seconds are not enough. Okay, I think it would have been fine if I was boarding with double rock. Because the Mantis dies. That's probably why I thought I could. Because essentially the Mantis is dealing damage only for the first 2 system damage. And then it's only the rock for the last one. Okay, it's doing half damage to the 3rd. Before she dies. Hey, Operas. Yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. So you need the respirators or 2 rocks for that. Or crystals, I mean. I could have even upgraded hacking level 2 for before this fight. Early Clombe upgrade. The problem is that it doesn't do anything. Like, that's a small bump. If it goes for the Clombe, you're losing your guys anyway. Unless you want to go for level 3. Level 3 is 80 scrap. That's an insane amount of scrap. And if the small bomb put fires, you're losing everyone anyway. That's why upgrading Clombe is just not good. It's too expensive. And against most things, you're still not safe. You say that we Zoltan run when it felt really easy, but it was only like 1600 scrap. But the crazy part was I took a surrender for a ton of scrap and repair bomb. Nestor Gem gave me a free iron bomb, stun bomb, and bridge bomb too. I mean, Zoltan A, you don't need much to win as well. Usually, you get hacking and you win the run. That's how powerful Albert is. Just get hacking, and you're done. Okay, I'm doing this before, and I'm taking... Actually, no, right? I have to take this. I can only go for this one. Because we have to go back up, so we do this. Good. Respirators. Combat 1. Yeah, I mean, respirators are pretty good. Okay, that's actually a serious consideration. We already know that we have 3 red sectors next. I wanted to buy the combat one for Zoltan Shields, but I think respirators is better. We have 3 red sectors. We already know that okay, we can get the Zoltan ships in like randomly, but it's way more likely to get to be forced into rebel or abandoned sectors. This might be respirators. Aboard the airship fight our respirators sounds good. I mean, in a way, it will become even worse because now cloning our guys takes even longer when I have to kill them like this. So let's do it before buying respirators. Yeah, I don't like doing it, but I feel like this is one of the runs where you have to go for the Colombe and the respirators can help a lot. It might not help, but like it's safety in case of rebel sectors and the abandoned sector. And I mean, you can find auto ships anywhere. It always seemed like a nuisance. I mean, like it's one of those things that like it can be annoying, but it's never bad. Like you're losing time, but it makes auto ship fights way safer. Like even the previous fight, I almost lost all my crew because I'm stupid. But with respirators, even if they bomb the Clumbe, I can repair it because this guy, it takes twice as long for them to die. I will buy the combat drone if I could, but hey. Fuck you. Okay, are you fucking serious? That was way too close. One, two, three. Is this 5 though? This is good though, because it's either a rebel ship that we just destroy or free scrap against the... I mean, we can go like this eventually and skip this. This is just good though. For sure. We know it's not an auto ship. Yeah. This is a ice scrub without anything or an easy fight. Just ice scrub without anything. Kill this guy. Open doors. Kill everyone. Or... One. We'll try. We're dealing 2 damage before this thing fires, so we're safe. But yeah, I'm happy about buying that Clumbe. Like now my borders can deal 5 damage on a system in against another ship before they die. The rock even more. So that's why it's good. It's 5 damage instead of 2. I started here probably, but this is almost destroyed anyway. Might be about to be repaired. Another boarding and they die. Can you finish? Okay. Good. Okay, no bomb, but it's fine. That's definitely a dive, so we skip this one. Too bad. We need a weapon and Zoltan shield removal. Too bad, empty beacons. Honestly, I could have taken the fight and dived there. Pretty sure I can kill a Rebel Shield. Mantis Homeworld is pretty good, actually. We have to upgrade the Clombe. Is that Kazakh? Easy Kazakh. First the jump. Why is this game so easy? Quest here. Am I going to the store immediately? Yes. Burst Laser 2? I hope not. Ooh. Okay. Nice store. Hmm. This is interesting. I'm pretty sure it's beam too heavy. Ion Intruder? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's not like... If Mantis B started with an Ion Intruder, it will be way better than the stupid boarding run. I gotta follow Fermento Bread. Full weapon setup in one store? Yes. If you're playing a normal gunship, you can just go for all these weapons and you're fine. Ion Intruder can't kill auto ships. I mean, fuck it, you skip them. But it's way safer to kill the others. Fix this. We are charging the heavy laser even if it's useless. Just to give weapons targeting priority. It's better if we lose weapons that, well, are useless for now instead of another system. Not going there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go like this. What do we want next? I mean, obviously we still want bypass, we still want a bomb. Fire intruder don't be any good. Like an intruder that puts fires instead of ioning. I mean, I don't know. Well, we can go to the other store. It will be one of those situational things that can be fine sometimes, but overall, no. I mean, Mantis sectors have many fights. The problem is that they have many anti-beacons as well. So sometimes you get a... Because like, look how many white beacons there are, and many of them are probably empty. You're getting cloned. You're fine. We just have to avoid, like, now we don't care that much about rebel sectors. The main issue is Lanius sectors. Even if we have respirators and Clombe, those sectors are not quite good. We are doing this and using the defense drone. Please don't bomb my drones. Pretty annoying as well. Sure. So we can get engines up, shields up. We don't have other stores this sector. I could wait to check the weapon. It could be like Hermes or Pegasus. In that case, we want to upgrade weapons. We're very dead. Probably we don't even need to hack. That's Hermes, we have to hack. Do we? No, we don't. Not like it matters. No cloning, since we know this is not a fight. Glaive beam. Sure. Well, it's a lot of scrap. For sure. Yeah, almost the same. So here the only threat is so we don't use the beam drone. It's a waste of drone parts. Also do this. Then we have to wait for the second mind control. It's a pirate ship, so let's check the crew. Wait for the second mind control. What level is this? Iron Blast. That's very nice. I think we are kind of fine for Zoltan Shield's removal at this point. Light Beam to heavy Ion Blast. That's pretty good. Points gone. Oh, it was the mind control prediction. This is fine. Even if he goes for shields, we have, well, 3 shields. I misclicked. Because I'm bad. What the fuck is with beams? Okay. One, two, three. Pretty good sector. Second best beam. I don't know. Do you have the blue option with this thing? I don't know. They're very dead. Mantis sectors are so easy. They can be low scrap sometimes, but they're usually pretty easy. No systems. I shall not have used it. There is a chance of this thing. Okay. Never mind. System has random rewards. As long as they're not forced into the ship, I wouldn't mind. But if you're forced to, oh hey, you got mind control. Well, fuck you rocking and clocking it with Mantis B. Then, yeah, it could be bad. I could board the shields, but it's not as safe as doing these. Also, the timing is bad anyway. I mean, it should be fine now. Sellable systems. We have to wait every time. It's just safer. I'll do this though. Leto, yes. You might say it's just 1 damage, it's unlikely that it deals damage at all. But still 1 damage, and you can put double fire in the Clombe. So why take the risk even if it's a very small one? Coming back. Ready for science in the ancient sector, going install weapon plus look into it doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, maybe if they put an ancient ion weapon. I mean, there are the drones. But, okay, but you need drones to deal the damage. You can just focus everything on ion. Like the problem, I think you need, like, you really need tracking flares. Without tracking flares is horrible. Also, this is a mistake because I wasn't paying attention. You need Just clocking 5. Yeah, I don't understand the nerf that they did for the stealth weapons, if I have to be honest. Like, Christ. Both flares and Zoltan shields, and it still was not enough. Yeah, then definitely would. Like, if it's not enough like that, it will never be enough. Like, there is no point of having stealth weapons and fast like, it's just not even close to just getting eye level clocking, especially in the ancient sector. Like, okay, in the normal game you can do whatever the fuck you want. Ancient sector though is such a like it's like a completely different game. Like, but the Royal Dreadnought, okay, the normal ships are kind of manageable even with a weaker ship, but the Royal Dreadnought and the final flagship, those things are just insane. Okay, we can skip the abandon, thank God. Bio-killing ancients. Yeah, sure. Payload into shields against the ancient drone. The drone just melted my hull. Yeah, they have the insane drones. Like, as soon as your clocking goes down, your shields are fucking... They're over. Every single hit from the stupid drones, you lose one shield bubble. And they have two of them, I think. So together with a payload there, like, you have no shields. Pretty good find. So we go here, then we go store by bypass easy game. Level 3. That's level 2. Really, the fire. Actually... We're going to a store anyway. Like, playing beam without clocking is just bad. Yeah, they don't deal with the enemy fire. So, sure. Let's just die. I mean, it would be pretty bad if they started repairing their ship because of that. What else do we want? Probably hacking. Press the equal key in the next dialogue. Wait, why? Why do you want that? I can do it here. And then what? Let's do this. Press it again. That's the minimum. Or we can play like this. Zero channel points. Are you happy, Operas? Very happy. Okay. All that matters. Will he come back? Or will it die? I mean, there's teleporters already. Wait, why is he not going back? What am I missing? His teleporter is ready. I don't have Zoltan shields. Is it because it's from the event and the original guys never boarded? I think it happened once, another time. It's so weird, but I guess that's how they behave. It's because it's rare, but I don't know, I guess it's normal. Am I cloning the others? 61. Ah, they're fine. 8 others still at Clombe. Well, too bad. There's a second store in this sector. The Zoltan, I forgot about my Zoltan. Technically a misplay. Okay, I really want to train my vision though, since we don't have clocking. And then no bypass. I need a safe ship for training. This is another one. Okay, this could be one. If we play defense drone and we gamble for the missile. Right? It's a breach though. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that it can happen. It wasn't even the blind spot, as it would just get fucking sniped randomly. The very, like, it was also shit timing because if it gets sniped immediately, you have time to put it back before the breach. Or it could have been sniped after. No, obviously it was the perfect timing so that you can put a second one for the breach, and it's also too late for me to hack. Fuck this game. Let's get the bypass here at least. No, that's the wrong one. I don't know. Chance for a store. Are we safe here? I mean, we're not. But I'm not hacking. It will be 1 damage. Like 4 shots, didn't dodge one. With a 40% evasion. Fantastic. I'd still rather take 1 damage than lose a power bar. I mean, lose a drum part. So it's okay. So this Laser 2 my favorite, really. Carried a lot of runs for me. I mean, you would have been carried even more by other weapons. Nah, there is the rebel sector. At least it's not first Dalton. I mean, first Lanius. I actually want this for auto ships. Double combat. Shit. And level 3 piloting. Fantastic. This can be training. Sort of. Sure. Come on. They're not breached though. I'm trying to breach. Well, no breaches. Scary fight. Okay, this is Rebels or the Rock Ship. Both are fine. Go to 17 power bars. I'm not even hacking here. Just bomb their Mad Bay. Okay. I'm cloning everyone. I want them full life if I have to board auto ships. Because when I got was Castrolay with Berserk 2, Heavy Laser, or Hull Laser 2 and Beam the Run. That's a very weak ship. Like 6 laser shots plus a beam run. I assume hacking as well, otherwise it's horrible. I mean, it's bad anyway, but hey. It works. So this is a piloting event, borders, or auto ship fight. Easy mode before I knew how great hacking was. So without hacking, I mean, I don't know the game in easy, honestly, but it still seems like it's a very bad setup without hacking, so it's pretty good that you won with it anyway. That's a lot of scrap. Those two fights, then store for bypass. I'm not relying on a stupid um, defense drone when hacking is guaranteed safety. This is why respirators are so good. This guy will be already dead and I couldn't get this thing down. Keep the thing up. And for some training. Also, whenever this kind of thought they were trash. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not an obvious thing. Because you might say, sure, I see those beacons, but do I really have to see them? Like, what am I getting out of it? Jesus. So we trained evasion. What about weapons? Because we technically need weapons. Let's see if I can breach. I need weapon training because I don't have bypass. And so I have to use my weapons to go through Zoltan shields. Shields are trained as well. I already know that I will train my weapons and then I get a bypass. But still training made much of a difference. In phase 2, if you roll many enemy combat runs and you don't have clocking, yes. Like shield training is mostly useless against like normal fights, but it can be good against a certain weapon's timings. And it's particularly good against combat drones, asteroids, stuff like that. I mean, door manning is better than shield manning, but I mean, you can man doors and then depending on the fight, send that guy into shields. Like, one doesn't have to exclude the other. You just start with indoors and then you move into shields if you don't need the doors. It's better to be flexible. Like, we don't care with the ship because we're a boarding ship. That's why I'm not mending doors. Like, we're not getting enemy borders. If they're boarding me, it's from events. And it's not a big deal. Off. Yeah, train weapons do get bypass. Not in case you don't get it, no. In case because you get it, then that's the perfect strategy. If I don't train weapons, I will not get bypass. That's how this game works. Just don't crash again. I mean, it seems stable for a while now, but hey, you never know. During play multiplayer, their chat was like, this mod sucks because you can show the free Mantis guard your Hive Mantis and they murder you. Oh, so they have no idea. What about showing your separatist to the harmony? Or using your Angie to deal with a virus that kills Angies? The game decided to punish you for not paying attention to the lore. Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to know how many moons are in this beacon? You have to gamble every time. Such a shit event. I mean, I guess it's understandable if you don't know anything about the mod the first time you see it. You don't even realize that they're actually two different factions and stuff like that. But I mean, in a way also judging something without knowing. I mean, you can do it. Like, I guess people do that all the time, but hey. With the blue wire. I mean, in multiverse they have also something worse, like called panic button, which it actually kills you if you try it out. Like, it's pretty obvious that something bad is gonna happen if you do, but not... It's not obvious that it's actually killing you. Like, because how are you supposed to know exactly what it does if you don't try? He pushed the panic button on purpose because he was annoyed that the particle was OP and he didn't want to continue the run. I mean... Like, knowing that it kills you? I mean, to be fair... Like, Particle 1 is not even that overpowered. Like, everything is good in Multiverse, so... You're more... Or it's better than everyone. I mean, it's system damage, but you're not dealing whole damage. Three shots that each do one system damage and have a decent fight chance. Yeah, but I mean... Like, does it even matter? You can play whatever in Multiverse and you're fine. Every weapon is good. Maybe there are a few left that are still bad, but 90% of the weapons are good. Let's open now. And it's one of the reasons why is that it's also because drones are good, so... Especially if you play drones on top of your weapons, you can play literally whatever. I don't think I can vent in time. Fine. Yeah, even these guys, they didn't go back because they never boarded with the others. Am I cloning? No, let's go to the store. Looking for bypass. Another small bomb. If we don't get a bypass, we're playing Ion Blast Double Heavy for phase 3 and fuck the small bomb. Continue. Wait until this is actually the hacking is going on. Fine. I should play double heavy instead of Ion Blast heavy though, that's stupid. Like even for Zoltan ship is just better. I guess I don't have an NG, so the Ion Blast is blue options. Yeah, maybe it's not a misplay. And they're dead. So many fights. It's not a great dive. I'm going here though because there is a chance of getting another store and it's better than getting scrap. Can I even take damage here? No, I can't. So let's just board the shields. I don't think they're needed. I'm dealing 5 damage here. Respirator's value. Okay, good. Should have trained against this ship. Okay though. We just want to be extra careful with all, like, we want every upgrade possible. Because again, no clocking, no bypass. Play around the worst possible thing happening. I wouldn't mind having an Angie. Like, I don't mind removing the stupid Zoltan for an Angie. You proper space it. Or with explosives. You board, you detonate them, and the ship is destroyed. Easy game. Like the Mantis event. The fugitive Mantis that deals 5 damage to your ship. Why can I not do the same? It doesn't even die. Like, it deals damage and then I have to fight the Mantis. Why can I not do the same? Dive? And a pulsar as well? No. It did whole damage. I mean, you have other races that can do stuff though in multiverse. So, like, you have the shell that deals system damage. You have the augmenteds that are broken. We're going Zoltan here just because of stores. There's a world sector runs. I mean, it's normal with boarding ships. Like, sometimes your boarding ships are ready to go for the flagship in Sector 4. Like, they're still weak, but they could do the flagship. Could have waited for this, guys. Minor misplay. Checking the store also, so they can heal them without cloning. Yes, a third heavy laser. No, it's not needed. We don't need this. I could buy DNA bank just in case. It's not needed, but again, I have nothing else that I can do in my scrap. It makes boarding a flagship also way safer in case they hack here, Clown Bay. Like, it will be fine regardless, but actually I need the second small bomb. I need a second small bomb for phase 1. I'm doing it because I can afford it. And now we look for another store, the second store. Just faster. I mismanaged this fight a little bit. This can still be a store. So we go here to make sure. Wait in case they act teleporter. I should have bought the wrong parts at the store. Now we hack. Bomb. Level 3. Everyone is getting cloned. People printer. This will be so broken if you can just clone living crew. And fuck it. A pleasure barge. Probably. Wait until the very end before bombing, otherwise the garbage repair drone can be a problem. I have to clone them again. Yeah, I didn't even see the first repair drone. I boarded and the thing was already dead. Kill entire shit with Mantis. It could be horrible. Because if you take damage and you really want to repair the systems with someone else, you can't move away the Mantis, you're forced to keep the Mantis there. It's like a nightmare. No. I want the second store. I don't care if I die for it. Okay, it's up there. Sure, let's go now and backtrack a bit. It will be a Nebula backtrack anyway. Easy. Not even close. So, all this stuff that I was collecting. We can even buy the anti-drone now that the beam 2 is not as useful. I can sell the beam 2. I can still keep the Avis, obviously. Ion Intruder for sure. This is going away. Yeah, we don't need the beam 2 anymore. That is anti-drone. Sell this. Second Avi. Like, we need the second small bomb for phase 1. Because, like, we can knock the first missile and then we can only bomb and hope. Phase 3, the double bomb is obviously better. And phase 2. Phase 2, the double heavy could be nice to kill the flagship as soon as possible. But I mean, we have to get shields done first anyway, and the bombs help with that. That single heavy can deal the damage as soon as possible. Anyone ever tried the flagship with boarding runs? No clue. I mean, you can do it, it's just bad. Because, like, phase 1, as long as you're hacking and clocking the missiles, you take no damage. I guess you wouldn't have a reliable way to deal with your artilleries, unless you get lucky. Like, if you're going for pure boarding drones without anything else, phase 1 can be bad. You can have to adapt depending where the drone lands. Because if it lands... Yeah, I don't know. Phase 1 can be problematic. If you somehow manage to deal with phase 1 though, phase 2 shall be easy. And the phase 3, I mean, you need something to deal with Zoltan shields, obviously. Need lockdown bombs or hacking. I mean, if you can play lockdown bombs, why you can't play normal bombs? And if you play normal bombs, then it's easy. It lands on the outside station, you have to restart. I mean, assuming you have multiple of them, having a single one landing there, it's actually good for you. But anyway, we are selling this heavy. That NG is tempting. What's his training? Weapon training. I mean, I don't think it's needed, especially with bypass. We don't have to get that NG. 3 boarding drones. I mean, you can have them. You can play 2 at a time, but you can have 3 of them. So even if one of them gets stuck in the side rooms, you still have the other 2 that you can send in the other ship, the rest of the ship. Not touching that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go for a very big dive. But it's not worth. I mean, what the fuck am I getting if I go for a dive? It's more likely to just take damage against clocking ships than actually getting something out of it. I mean, I can go here though. Roll an Engie. Human. Let them in. Bomb here. Okay, fix this. Classic Mantis B run. Missing a system though. No, you can only get one system with the ship and we go docking. I mean, Mantis B is just get a crew member, get docking, and then you're usually fine. I mean, it's like that for every boarding ship. And with actually the other boarding ship is just get docking and a bomb. They're so irrelevant. I mean, that's not entirely true because the defense drone, especially in the early game, helps a lot. And in the late game, like we got the anti-drone for phase 2, so we don't have clocking, and we had a beam too before, and that would have been for result and shield removal since we didn't have bypass yet. Like, drones are very versatile. You can get whatever you need. I like drones. It's just that they're usually not that playable because you don't have bypass. I mean, drone recovery arm. But in this spot, you don't have to use them often. They're just for emergencies and yeah. Yeah, this is not a great fucking fight. Did I roll a fire? No. Well, I guess I did. I mismanaged this fight, but we should be fine now. You were fine. Come back. You are not fine. I think the record shall be default behavior. I don't know. mean, the hull repair you exploit, it's very minor. Like, even if you have it every time, it's... I don't know, it's very minor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get more engines. Sad. Going down is better because we have more options in case something gets overtaken. Like, I think it will be probably more balanced if, like, if you have the drone control system, it becomes like, okay, essentially, if the augmentations that you find on the store get have more chance to appear based on your systems, like if you have teleporter, like bypass and the reconstructive teleporter and stuff, it's more likely to appear if you have teleporter, and stuff for the drones, it's more likely to appear if you have the drone control. Like, obviously we'll make the win rate even higher for technically no reason, but that could be a way to sort of balance that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, it's not raining. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, you can technically still play drones, but use them only for when you need them. But then obviously it's not as important. Like, you could technically still go for the drone control system, and I mean, you have a defense drone for when you have to play against a missile, and you can have combat drones for when you actually have a very, very bad fight. Like, like, unless you heavily build into that, you shouldn't rely on drones for most fights. It's just something that you have on top of it in case of the bad ones. Then yeah, I mean, it will be way better with drone recovery R, where you can just spam them mindlessly out the ship. I mean, I'm getting as much as I can because why not? Time is not a problem. Even a store. The sell scanners, the Hermes. Actually, Hermes is good for phase 1. Like, I have to miss fucking everything to not get those missiles down. I'm keeping the Hermes. Nice store. You could build your ship with the store. There's such a good Sector 8 store. In case you were missing a weapon, there is that. In case you were missing hacking or mind control, they're here. Missile ship is even less viable than drone ship. I mean, if you want to kill ships with missiles, yes. Sure. But I think you're just not supposed to play missiles that way. Like, missiles are support weapons. I feel like not every weapon is designed so that you can, well, just play the weapon and be fine with it. Like, missiles and bombs are just good support weapons. Like, even in a gunship, a missile can still be helpful. You obviously will rather have something else, because something else you can spam it, and you don't have to be careful with your resources. But I don't know. I heard that a lot, that missiles should be reworked and that they're just bad. I don't agree with that at all. You just have to play them as a support weapons, not something that you spam to kill ships. Missile not using energy, but why? Like, they're already fine, they don't have to be changed. Like, obviously they will be better, but it's like saying, like, you can say make the same argument for literally everything in the game. Like, you're not supposed to play an only like, you're not supposed to play Rock A as it is. Okay, you have 2 missiles, good luck. Finish the run with those missiles. No, that's not what you're supposed to do with missiles. Now use them as support weapons for gunships until you can stabilize a full gunship ship, or use them as support weapons for boarding ship and you keep them for the entire run, because it's sort of the only thing you need if you get bypass. And I mean, even with bypass is just for Zoltan for phase 3. Like, you don't care about bypass for the run. If you find a Zoltan ship, you can skip it. It's whatever. Zoltan shield bypass, it's for phase 3. That's it. And even if you don't get it, like as I was doing before, you can keep random weapons like heavy laser, ion blast, and beam drone in this case, since we have the drone system. You remove Zoltan ships with them, and that's it. I have to sell scanners, right? We can keep the repair station there, just in case. I'm using that heavy for what? Probably I'm removing it entirely. For phase 3 is just... Phase 2 is just better having the RMS phase... Yeah, this heavy doesn't make any sense anymore. More buffers. Actually, I want this. Let's go. That's fine. So we have multiple tries. Let's start with Hermes. I thought he missed. Play full drone shifts a 1 whenever a full missile shift to win. I mean, is it true though? Like, only drones and no weapons? Because I'm pretty sure you played at least ions or something else. So you can make the same argument for the missiles. You just don't play only missiles. Ions? Yeah, exactly. Like, technically you can play missiles and drones. Spam your missiles into enemy shields, and then the drones will do the rest. Just like you do with the ions and drones. Like, there are some things that are just not supposed to be played by themselves, and that's the only thing you do. I'm pretty sure they try to design that with missiles, but I mean, you just can't. But they're still good support weapons. Like, they can be good support for gun. Like, they're good support for anything. They can support boarding very, very well. They can support drones if you want to. They can support gunships, like other laser. And like, I had to play a run with Stealth B. I couldn't get hacking, and I was forced to play like a Pegasus and Glaive Beam for most of the mid game. Essentially, you use the Pegasus for shield removal, and then you deal damage with the Glaive Beam. Like, it's not ideal, but it works. They're just good support weapons for everything. Glaive Run was glorious. I mean, it was a long time ago, so I didn't save it. Unless it's part of one of the good streaks, I don't think I've saved it. Should have sent one of them there. Just to destroy the doors. But you can only use Flux to win easy, only let no problem, only beams with Aki, no problem, just with Iron and off. But Missile you can use as primary. I mean, yes, but again, they're not supposed to be used like that. You shall see missiles like Ions. You can't do anything with just Ions. You either play them with drones or you use Ions as support for other weapons. Missiles is the same thing. For the 2 drone runs. Yeah, how many runs I played missiles? I thought I could do it in time. Like, I'm pretty sure 99% of my boarding runs play with missiles. So it's a good percentage. Like, every boarding run you play missiles. At least I do. So it's way more often than drones, way more often than Ions. You just don't play them by themselves. Like, without anything else. Hey, Dominus. Boarding with support. I mean, that's good enough. Like, why should you reward something that works very, very well already? Because, like, if missiles were playable, like, if you could build a ship with just missiles and not have the problem of running out of missiles, then it will be broken. You don't care about enemy shields, you just spam missiles. They deal a lot of damage. Some of them are quite fast for the damage that they deal. Like, they will be very, very strong. I don't know. I just feel like missiles are perfectly fine as they are. Just they have to be played a bit differently. So we're using the defense drone, and when it is level 1, it's fine. "28 challenge." Yeah, I finished 28 hours and 25 minutes. Feels bad. So we're continuing the streak playing normally, and we will try again when we die. So if you guys want to see speedy runs, just hope that I die. In game. Probably should specify that. Ah, the drone's worm is fine. Hit one drone, I mean, sure. The drones one was still fine anyway, so. It was a winter ship, so I can't really catch the stream anymore. I mean, as long as you're doing something more productive, it's still better. I'm here every day anyway. Ah, that was close. Model advantage on pretty stupid strong. Yes, which is also annoying because I like doing the power in my drone trick to avoid the anti-drone shot. You cannot do that in multiverse. I'm spamming the armors because we don't need that many missiles anyway. Shit too fast. Yes, you just can't. Because between getting the good... like, you can technically, but it's so difficult. Like, probably with pause you can still do it. On no pause is just... it's too stupid. And considering... that the scrap is not a problem, that you can craft the drone recovery arm eventually later, like, it's just not worth it. I mean, we can... no, never mind. Hacking is just useless. We play the defense drone. And let's play around that. You go here. Let's go. I could upgrade something, but there is nothing worth it, so doesn't matter. I tried to do with pause once the anti-drone shot the combat drone's projectile. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It was just in case they missed one. Easy. Going for this was a mistake, by the way. It's level 2. Don't roll fires, please. My control is coming back. Okay, fire there, actually fine. Should be Zoltan shield, never mind. Dodging just enough. I mean, for shields, 55% evasion, everyone is fully trained. Fire my spread here, though. I should probably remove their oxygen. Retires glove the last run and see you later. Thank you, Foxnix. Have a good night. Go here. Last one. I was expecting damage the very last volley. Okay, very easy, Mantis B run. We got again a solar flare sector 1 before getting a crew. But it went well. The enemy ship was easy. He had Mantis NG, so we could kill them easily before, yeah. Besides, after that we got a human, so we stabilize pretty easily. No clock, no damage. The drone's war was bad, and phase 3 with bypass you can get missiles down before they even fire if with the small bombs. If you're fully weapon trained, that's why. And then it's easy to dodge the power surge if it's the only thing. It's like what, 7 shots and you have shields 4 plus 55% evasion. Is it 7 or 9 shots? I never remember that. Like I ask that all the time, I get the answer all the time, and then I'll forget again. Almost 6k. 7? Okay. Just like the drones. It'll be easy to remember since they're both 7, but apparently I can't remember it. $59.98 and $19.99. What the fuck?